everyone, and welcome to today's General Hospital recap. I just kind of blanked out for a second there. A really good episode today, a lot to get through, so let's get right down to it. But if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. I think Cassie just put another new video up, so you should definitely check that out. And I'm still en route, whatever, to put up all of my backlog. So let's get right to it. At the Quartermains, Sabrina and Tracy, the unexpected friendship of the century. Who saw that coming, right? And Dylan comes in. Tracy tells him that he's the only reason she's even halfway sane right now, and he says he wishes he could tell her that Luke and Laura aren't together, but unfortunately he can't. Tracy, then he leaves the room because Lulu calls him and says she needs to talk to him. Speaking of Lulu dreams that Dylan came over and told her that she shouldn't have told Dante about Lucky because Dante called the WSB and the kidnappers killed Lucky. Oh my god. So Dante wakes her up because she's screaming, and he comforts her, and she tells him she can't remember what the dream was about because obviously she can't tell him. And Lulu kind of apologizes to him for checking out on him with all her family drama and the stuff with TJ. You know, she kind of checked out when all the stuff with TJ happened with Dante, and she didn't pay attention to it at all. And you know, she doesn't seem too bothered by the news story that hit the headlines. She's actually kind of happy Valerie was there to defend him. And, you know, obviously Dante tells her it's A-okay because, you know, with everything going on with her family, that took precedent. I don't know. English is not working out well today. And Lulu calls Dylan and tells him that she needs to talk with him when Dante leaves. And Lulu and Dylan talk about this secret and how she wants to tell Dante because she doesn't want to lie to him. And then here she is you know, my face got really shiny all of a sudden. Thanks, son. You know, she's whining about this and how it's not fair to Dylan because Dylan, you know, can't tell his mom, and now she feels bad for you know, whining about it to Dylan. And then Rocco wakes up and Lulu introduces him to Dylan, and then she tells him kind of the personal stuff about getting Rocco and conceiving and how she can't carry to term without doing this procedure. And she also brings up that she thought it might have been her fault because she had gotten the abortion in the past. So I'm glad they finally you know, brought up the elephant in the room, because I feel ever since Dylan Quartermain came back onto the scene and especially started hanging out with Lulu, this has kind of been the thing that everyone's are they gonna talk about it, or are they just not gonna bring it up it, you know, it never happened or something. So then Lulu tells Dylan that even if she hadn't terminated the pregnancy, the fetus probably wouldn't have made it because she can't carry to term. And Dylan apologizes for pressuring her to keep the baby and says the only thing he regrets is how he handled it and he let people influence him to really fight her on it. So that was really nice to see, and I think a really positive way to breach the subject. I don't know. But you know, just, you know, it was a nice way of talking about it. So let's move on before I don't know. I have no words. So Jake and Elizabeth. So Elizabeth is concerned that Jake is looking into Sam and has surveillance on her. And Jake tells Elizabeth that he's putting Sam under surveillance until she leads him to her employer. And Jake says to Elizabeth, of course, everything we just talked about Sam stays between us because I can trust you, right? Because if I can't trust you, I can't trust anyone. And now Elizabeth is even more lying because she knows who's trying to take over ELQ's and Q, and this is just such a mess on so many levels at this point. So while Sam is listening in, Rosalie calls Nicholas and hears Nicholas pick up, and he says hello, and then immediately Michael hangs up the phone and tells Rosalie to come into his office. So the only thing Sam heard was hello. And, you know, did Sam recognize Nicholas's voice? Apparently not, just as well as I could get that sentence out. And Patrick is kind of weirded out that Sam and Sabrina are working together, and he wants to know if they talk about him. And I'm amazingly, they don't. Go figure, right? And Sam tells Patrick that Sabrina's with Michael, and the majority of, like, if they've ever talked about a relationship, it's her and Michael. And Patrick, again, tells Sam he's concerned with her, because Jake's working for ELQ now, and I'm like, you know who you're talking to, right? Like, she knows how to handle herself. She doesn't need your, like, misplaced concern. She's good, Patrick. At ELQ, Michael tells Rosalie about the bug. Good job, Michael! Like, and tells her to use her phone call for very sensitive calls. Oy vey. Seriously, Michael, oh my god, I can't. He is never going to be able to trust again after this whole Rosalie thing breaks. So Rosalie calls Nicholas on her cell phone and tells him about the bug and how she doesn't know who the spy is, but Jake Doe does. And Michael tells Jake that he trusts Rosalie because of everything that happened with him the night the hitman tried to kill him, and that's why he's vouching for Rosalie. And Jake's like, you don't have to explain it to me, you're the boss. But, like, oh my god, I can't. So Sam comes to the Quartermaine mansion, and Tracy asks her if she's found anything out about who's draining ELQ, and Jake, at this point, is tailing Sam, because he was relieving the other guy. And Sam really, he's very obvious tailing her, like, I don't know, were we just supposed to see him? Like, I don't know how Sam didn't pick up on this, but whatever. So, now Jason, is really confused because Sam's working for Tracy Quartermaine, so the Quartermaines are bugging to take over ELQ. What? See, it doesn't make any sense. So I think Jake's going to realize pretty fast that Sam, in fact, is not working for the person who's trying to take over the Quartermaine ELQ. The Quartermaine ELQ. Speaking of Nicholas, Elizabeth comes waltzing in to the Metro Court to talk to Nicholas, and I wonder what it could be about. And Elizabeth immediately tells Nicholas who placed the bug, and I'm like, this woman, Elizabeth, first of all, has no loyalty, no integrity, no backbone, nothing. Like, and I don't have any respect for her, but now I have, like, even less respect for her. I didn't even know that was possible. We're at, like, negative 100 respect, and I didn't even know the respect scale went into the negatives, so, oh, like, I can't, this looks horrible. Like, I changed to blue because the purple was not doing me any favors. Like, first of all, like, I don't even know how she can say she loves Jason, because not only is she lying to him about his family and who he is, and keeping him away from his son. Like, forget keeping him away from Sam, but she's keeping him away from his son. But now she's lying to him about who's taking over ELQ, so he's, like, wasting his time, like, looking into other stuff. And she betrays his trust, because the thing that he tells her, like, this is just between us, right? Like, she immediately goes over and tells Nicholas, and she's like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. I don't know if I can, like, keep this secret anymore. And, I can't. Like, I don't know. Even if at this point, and she also comes to the realization that by helping Nicholas, she's helping, oh shoot, what did I do? She's helping screw over Michael. And when it comes to Jason, like, the person you don't get a try again card with is Michael. So I'm saying when this whole thing comes out, because we know it's inevitable, but when this whole thing comes out, like, that's it. She's gonna be done on so many fronts. On the Michael front, I think on the Danny front, like, I can't. So I'm gonna move on, or else I'll never get off this subject. At the police station, Maxie visits Valerie at the police station, like all good best friends do, and confronts Valerie with the newspaper article and her defending Dante. So Maxie asks her if anywhere else in Port Charles was hiring and what makes her more qualified for this job, and she tells Maxie that she had a minor in criminology, but even if she hadn't, what's the big deal? And Maxie said there wouldn't be a big deal as long as you're not trying to steal Dante from Lulu, and that's kind of where Dante walks in, and he might have heard what she said, but I thought he was pretending he didn't, because, like, he kind of stayed in the back for a second there. And then Dante pulls Maxie aside and basically tells her to leave Valerie alone and focus on getting a job of her own. Harsh. And Dante makes Maxie apologize to Valerie, and Valerie says she understands, and it was sweet in, like, an inappropriate kind of way. And then when Maxie leaves, like, there's this weird exchange between Valerie and Dante where, like, okay, so I don't know if Valerie's going to make a move on Dante. I don't know, like, maybe if she has a crush, but she'll never, like, act on it. Like, which would be fine. You're allowed to have crushes on people as long as you don't act on it. But I don't know. The second she just goes a little bit over the line, like that's, I don't know. Like, I want to like Valerie, and right now, like, I'm giving her the benefits of the doubt and liking her. But, you know, I think with all of us fans, she has a very, a thin rope to walk. I don't know. I'm not good with the metaphors today. Usually I'm so good with the metaphors. Not so much today. That is it for today's General Hospital recap. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And I will see you tomorrow for more General Hospital. I hope you have a great day. And oh my god, tomorrow is going to be a Friday episode. What day is it? No, it's only Wednesday. It's only Wednesday. So I'll see you tomorrow for Thursday. I hope you have a great rest of your Wednesday, because I don't know the date. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.